Here's a fun story, and I don't want to miss any of it. Um, Keene Palmer tells about his father, and this is from Janet Crookston's line. So, my dad had a raven for a pet when he was a teenager. This bird learned a number of things, so some good and some bad. I got this account from my mother, so it is secondhand. The bird learned to talk or mimic other voices. It could mimic dad in calling the dog. It would have fun by calling the dog and then flying to the other side of the house and call the dog again, and would keep this up for a while. At least the bird and the dog got some exercise. It also learned to call dad using the voice of Arch Peterson. Arch would come down the street to get dad to go to school or somewhere, and would call, "Hey, Keno," instead of coming on all the way to the door and knocking. Well, this bird learned to call dad by yelling, "Hey, Keno," and a number of times, of course, dad would come out to meet Arch and only find the bird. This bird also learned how to use its beak to let the air out of the tires on the old Model A Ford. It also learned to get into the car and honk the horn until someone came out and made it stop. It also learned how to strike the old wooden matches and throw them as it did. It started several small fires while in the backseat of the car, so they had to make sure it couldn't get a hold of any more matches. It would whistle a cat call to the young girls that walked by on the sidewalk, embarrassing dad and friends. What a hilarious story.